Can you hear me? Okay, sorry, just getting some stuff together. Okay, so today I want to draw Bulbasaur and Goomy because we've been hanging out in the Lush Jungle, and that's kind of where my head's at. So, I got my layers already. I did a little prep work. Gonna try and do a couple things with the background, but first let's start out with just a rough idea of where we're gonna be at. Um, so I guess let's go into background. That order is wrong. Background 1, no, background 0, and kind of figure out where our ground itself will be. I'm going to pull some colors from yesterday's drawing. That is Bulbasaur prancing with Lurantis, which I'm pretty happy with. I like this green. And let's give me some of this. And let's see. Let's go ahead and make the ground kind of there. There we go. And then I can mess around with it further back if I want to. But for now, I think that's where my ground will be. And then we'll come up into my Bulbasaur rough drawing. Oh, knock the mic. That's going to be annoying. And let's say Bulbasaur is walking towards the camera, kind of at an angle. So, let's make him black. So let's say he's around this here. You know what? I don't know how big a Goomy is. Goomy. Goodra. Not Goodra. Just Goomy. Goomy size. Goomy is a foot. And Bulbasaur is... I should know it by now. Bulbasaur is 2 feet 4 inches tall. Bulbasaur is... Yeah, 2 foot 4. Hey, I'm remembering stuff. Okay. So, I think that'll work for a head size. And then if he's walking at an angle towards the camera, we want his little butt more behind. not so dramatic of a curve. Piece of trash. Sorry, I just saw your comment. So that's pretty funny. But I don't know. Would Bulbasaur have said that? Or now I'm trying to think. Like a Bulbasaur talking in a human language might be weird for me. Let's have the front leg, the back leg we kind of want to kick out more. And this is just my rough shapes as I'm learning. Ugh. Well, that is gross. Those legs are way too stumpy for how big his head is. So let's bring it back to here. Too long. Way too long. You know what? I'm going to do the front legs first, and maybe that'll help me get a better gauge on the back legs. So if his kind of chest is there, and I want this leg coming up from behind. I haven't done like just a casual walking motion, so I think I'm really struggling with where I want the limbs to be. He needs like a fat, yeah. My tendency is to make his legs too skinny. I know whenever I look back on like a drawing, Bulbasaur's legs are always way too skinny. For a sec I saw that drawing wrongly with the Okay, now I'm curious what I might have done. I'm actually pretty happy with that. Like he's kind of walking forward. Because he's walking forward, his right leg will block out kind of the rest of the body behind him, so I don't need to worry about it. The back left leg. General shape, general composition, I like that. So then, okay, so Goomy. Goomy, I'm going to have behind Bulbasaur. And Goomy just got stepped on, and he's a foot tall normally, so if he got stepped on, he'd be like... So if he's a foot tall normally, he's like sits somewhere around here. So if he's stepped on, let's squish him down to like 3 inches tall. So let's say Goomy's sitting somewhere around here. Maybe I'll probably go back and look and see what it might have looked like. Goomy's got what, like the 2... How's it going, by the way? Piece of trash. I don't know if we've ever talked before. And it's just kind of like a little melty blob, right? Oh no, now that looks... See, I fucked my perspective up. I totally fucked that up. Okay, so if it's here, this should extend just out. No, see, it can't... My problem is his foot ends there. Goomy can't go beyond that, otherwise it'll look like he's kind of in front. So I need to raise him up. But yeah, if you're new to the channel, this is basically something that my friends and I do to make sure that we have time to hang out on the weekends. We play video games. And I am not an artist, but one of my personal goals has been to kind of try and learn how to draw. So I've been practicing by drawing Bulbasaurs. Yeah, like as a rough Goomy, that's kind of where I want it. Okay. So I'm ignoring the color layer, and I realized I want my Bulbasaur detail in front of my Goomy detail. Otherwise, they'll mess with each other. So let me go in and try and draw Goomy in more detail on some thicker lines. No, you're totally right. I think it's right. It's a game design decision. That's why Charizard is not a dragon type from Gen 1. Yeah. Okay, let's come back over. I think I want to make it wider. Maybe that's something that's been throwing me off. If Goomy's smushed, Goomy should be wider. Yeah, I don't really have to worry about that side so much. Come in with like, what, it's got like the two things. I've actually, I've never seen a Goomy in person because I never played the game it came from. And then I'm playing Ultra Sun now, and I kind of want to make your cheek kind of like that. Oop, I didn't realize. Where did I get my... There we go. But yeah, we're looking around for a Goomy in Lush Jungle right now. Yeah. Let me get rid of some stuff. Yeah, I think that's about what I want. And then he's got a mouth. And it'll be kind of scraggly because Goomy's not happy about getting stepped on. Break that out. Goomy's eyes are kind of beady, right? They're like small. We'll have one coming out this way. Something like that. I just realized it's I really fucked up. What layer am I in? Goomy detail. That eye, if he's as squished as he is, that eyebrow can't be there. And maybe I want to make his eye just a little bigger. Because then this... Yeah. And then I feel like this side I'm going to erase anyway. But... Right? And that's basically Goomy. I'm trying to think. Does Goomy have any other real details? No. Just a little blob. That's kind of why I picked it for today. Okay. Then let's see. Time for Bulbasaur's details. And Bulbasaur I'm pretty confident I know how to do at this point. It's been 156 days of Bulbasaur. Come in. Head's gonna go this way. Oh, I just realized I can't hear my music. Let's see if that works. Nope. Huh. Well, I guess no music for today. I'll have to figure out why that's not working. That's a shame. It's a good head. Eh. Coming down. Oh, actually, I think I like that a lot. Okay. So let's come back in here, see what we need to button up. Erase that a bit. There we go. And then the back leg comes in. Hey, I think I like this. Which I normally don't think I say much about what I'm trying to draw. Hopefully, whoever happens to be watching this is having a good time. Now, let's get rid of Goomy for a second and let's just look at Bulbasaur. We can get rid of the rough. All right, he's walking towards us. Got a little bit of swagger. Is the bulb too much to the side for what he's got going on. Yes, I think so. So let's say here's where the I think I like that more. Yeah. Okay, button up these tops. Trying to go a little more casual in the style that I've been working on. See how that feels. Like just keep my strokes a little bigger. We'll see how it ends up turning out. Been a busy week. If anyone's watching the show, I totally fucked up and did not include an intro into the latest episode, which is 100% my personal fault. But I'm gonna do my best to make sure that doesn't happen again. Just work and school and life got on top of me. Yeah. Look at Bulbasaur. What a happy little onion frog. We'll turn these off. Okay, so let's put some features on him. Let me go back to Goomy real quick. I can go in my Goomy layer. And I can, let's make this, yeah, pretty big. Get rid of all of that extra Goomy. You don't need extra Goomy in your life. Come back to size 15. Ooh. And you know what? I want to give Goomy a little, like, dimpled dent. How would that look? Would that be like a jelly, like, indentation? I don't want it to look like he's got a chunk missing. Ooh. Maybe something like that. Yeah. Look at that. Goomy's pretty sad. Sweet. Come back in a Bulbasaur? And let's see. I can do toes first. He's walking, so, oh. Toes would be in front. Maybe too big. Way too big. Come in a little bit. There we go. But yeah, the drawing's been going pretty well. Work's going pretty well. Just gotta try and balance it all. Hannah's new show is called Spinning in a Butter, and her rehearsal schedule is really kicking her ass right now, so I'm doing my best to be supportive around the house, take care of things so she doesn't have to worry about it. And then it starts in first week of February, so we're almost there. Wonder if there's a good way to show how he's walking. So maybe if I come in here and I put the toes like a little above a certain line, like let's say here, and show like his foot's lifted up. And then underneath the toe, I think it would stay pretty flat if they're just coming up towards the camera position, the viewer position, right? We can get rid of some of that business. Yeah. I feel like the foots might be a little too wide. Ooh. Maybe I'm futzing too much with more minor details. And then Goomy still extends. Oop. Goomy still extends out. There we go. And these would definitely show. Kind of from the side view. It does feel pretty weird without any music on. Let me see if I can fix that real quickly. Okay, I've got it playing. Nope, okay. We'll just play it like that. I don't know why it's not working the way it was last time I streamed. All right. So, next thing to do is the spots. I've been drawing Bulbasaur from this side a lot recently, from this particular side. I wonder why that is. Just that's what's been popping into my head. Let me clean that up. Take a look at the whole thing. That's where we're at right now. Kind of want the little chevron spot right here. And then on this side, I always give her a spot on that side. Oh, did someone join the stream? How's it going? Okay. Now, I always struggle with eyes. It helps me to do the mouth first. And today's Bulbasaur is happy as hell. We'll bring it all the way to the cheek corner. And drop that mouth big and open. That's a happy Bulbasaur. Maybe I want to do this instead. Give her her little teeth. I hate when I can't get them pointing down at a good angle and they just look kind of gross and like gnarled. Let's round that out a little bit. Yeah, that's a Bulbasaur smile, huh? Okay. What time is it? I've been spending a bit too much time. Okay, and then the eyes should kind of be angled. That's not terrible. They're not the same size, but... Ugh. I hate how much I struggle with eyes. Okay, does that look good to me? No, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Why don't I like it? If I'm curving her head around, the curvature of her head does not... Yeah. This one needs to be taller. No, not like that. Jesus. Oh, it's getting worse. Oh, it's getting worse. Triangulize it. Oh, God, no. Ugh. That's not bad. Not tall enough, though. This one's pointing right at us. This one should kind of be angled, but then the eye'll turn this way, is what I'm trying to do. Maybe it'll work if I take care of the bottom. I say as I look for an excuse to give up and move on to something else. I hate it, I think. I think I hate it. I think I hate it. Let's have Bulbasaur kind of very distracted. Ooh, what's that up there? Looking like the opposite direction of where Goomy was. Oh, hey, Brian, how's it going? I'm not doing so hot today. This is some cross-eyed. That's a boss-eyed Bulbasaur. We got this eye that's looking this way. This eye, somehow the pupil's looking down here. The iris is looking up there. Ugh. The problem is, I know what the problem is, besides the fact that I can't draw eyes. The problem is that I need to drop. That's not enough. Ooh, does that work? Does that? No. Actually, I have an idea for like an Alolan Bulbasaur. Maybe I might try and doing that tomorrow. I haven't done that in a while. I have an idea for what I'd like to do there. I try and do one drawing a day. That's basically like my practice. So thanks for the reminder. Maybe tomorrow I will go ahead and try Bulbasaur as a fire type. I have an idea for how it would work, like biologically. I don't know if I have the art skill to pull it off, but I'll give it an attempt. There is no fire grass Pokemon, right? There's, like, that's just not a thing. I'm trying to think. There's grass of almost every type. So we've got grass, pure grass. We definitely have grass water. We've got grass. We don't have grass fire. We've got grass. Do we have grass ground? Torterra, right? Torterra's grass ground. Grass rock. I think there's like a fossil Pokemon that's grass rock. Grass electric Rotom? Is Rotom grass electric? If it's in its lawnmower form. I know we got grass ghost in that tree stump Pokemon thing. Grass ice, I know we've got grass dragon. Maybe we don't have grass dragon or grass fire. I don't know the new Pokemon as well as I know the old. But yeah, I had this idea for, I guess it's not Bulbasaur. My idea is a Bulbasaur that's, instead of grass poison, it's poison grass. And then Ivysaur, when it evolves, becomes grass ghost. And then Venusaur becomes grass fire. Maybe I'll try to do the whole thing as Bulbasaur's because I know how to draw Bulbasaur. Okay. So I think that's where I want things to be. Let me see that I closed off all my solids. Yep. Wait, where are my stripes? Yep, they're good. 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 Sweet. That part was easy today. All right. Got my detail drawings done. Now time to add in my colors. So Bulbasaur I'm going to steal from yesterday. This is yesterday's drawing. Come in here. I'm in my color layer. Bam. Come back in, grab my spots. Let me think. Grass, fire, Bulbasaur. So Bulbasaur is based on a frog with an onion growing out of it, basically. So how could we change that to grass, fire? Maybe... Why is Hyraxis flying? I don't know what Hyraxis is. What's Hyraxis? Is that a Pokemon? I'll admit that I don't know that Pokemon. Oh. I don't know. It's the same thing with Charizard, right? Charizard, instead of fire flying, you'd think it would evolve and become dragon. Gyarados, you'd think would just be water dragon, but it's water flying for some reason. Yeah, those are my basics. Oh, right, I need to do my white on my actual white spots. I always forget to color my whites. They end up, shit. Get those toes. Okay, So that is Bulbasaur with all the basic colors. Then we got to do Goomy with Goomy's basic colors. And what is the... Goomy's like a purple, right? It's like a two-tone purple. So let's come over here and get Goomy some purple. How's that? A little bit of goo. And then it gets a lot pinker and a lot paler. Is that too pink? I feel like that's a little too pink. Maybe I should come over to this side a little more. Now I wonder if that's not pink enough. I'm actually not able to really tell the difference. That, okay, that's too pink. So let's bring it back. There we go. The drawing software I use, Brian, is called Krita. It's free, Krita, and I'm drawing off a tablet iron. I mean, this is kind of me like trying to just learn, so I haven't spent any money on it as a hobby yet. The tablet I already have, that's my laptop, and then the software is free. I feel like that's too bright. Yeah. I think that works. Okay, it's time to button up these colors. Let me go back to you. Bring the size down to 10. Just clean you up. The real challenge today, I decided to try and do like Bulbasaur and Goomy kind of simple, because the thing that I'm trying to practice today and learn is how to do multiple layers for background, foreground stuff. That's kind of the skill I want to practice. Someone was explaining like the smart way to do it, and I have not been doing it the smart way. So I'm gonna try and do that now. There we go. That's all nice. Let's get into that purple. And then maybe I'll try and do the same thing with shading today. I don't know. We'll see. I am kind of on a timetable. Okay, so there is Goomy. Oh, you know what? I did not give Goomy. I don't know. There we go. Button that up. Okay, now for Bulbasaur. Let's go back to your spots. Brian, do you draw it all or? Fuck. Because I'm always down for advice. Like, I basically... Right now, I was for a little while, I was trying to watch like videos and tutorials and practice stuff that way, but work and school are kicking my ass, so I don't learn anything. Oh, Jobo, hi. How's it going? I don't know if I've zoomed out since you joined. Here's what I've got so far for the day. I'm learning, but I'm doing my best, I think. That's kind of where I'm at. If I don't know, this is what I did yesterday. Yeah, that's how I'm doing my layers, or my shading is by playing around with opacity. So I'm trying to learn that stuff. And then if there is like, okay, so when I fill here, this is the thing that I've been looking up online to try and figure out how people do it. But when you fill, I wish it went all the way to my actual line. And I get that fill has like a threshold value. It's like it checks, is the next pixel close enough to the current pixel that it matches within this threshold, and you can set the threshold. So like if I want to fill in all the white space, it'll check. You know what? Let me show what I'm talking about so I don't sound crazy. So like here, I want to make the iris or the pupil or whatever you want to call it purple. I hit it and it's checking. The way it finds all that white space is by doing a check to see how close the colors are. And for some reason that white around it doesn't register. And I'd love to know how to... I've been trying to play around with thresholds to fix that, but oh Jesus, did I? Nope. I don't know how Oh, that's a good idea. So all my shadows have been black, but maybe today I'll play around with the colors of the shadows a little bit. That's a good idea. I can like, yeah, you're right. I can do like warm shadows or cool shadows depending on if I red shift it or blue shift it, can't I? That is a very good idea. All right, I think that's all the spots. I just realized I did not hit that part of Goomy. What layer am I in? Oh. I'm not even in my color layer. Yeah, maybe that's something I can play around with today. Because like I wanna after I'm done here, I wanna mess around with the background and stuff. Maybe I'll set it like at a certain time of day and try and play around with the colors of my shadows and see what kind of effect that might do. That's something I could learn. Try and learn something every day. Some days it goes better than others. Okay. I think that looks pretty good for now. Okay, so then I do have my shading layer. Maybe I'll do my foreground first, because I want to turn on my background. Background. So I want to figure out where my foreground is, and that'll project my shadows. So I'm going to come in, and I want to grab the... Nope, that's not the right green. Let me just grab that green. And we'll come in here, and I like to kind of play with the focus. So we'll go in with some grass. And we'll just kind of have it coming up from below the frame. Yeah, something like that. Then, let me just lighten that up. Come back in a little bit in the other direction, not as much. Yeah. And I want to add the same effect to my background layer. Oh, that's huge. Let me say not as thick, because it is further away, right? And we'll say darken it. It's further away, it'll be a little darker. Yeah, something like that. It is the Lush Jungle. We want it to feel lush. I'm sure there's a smarter, faster way to do this effect. I'm drawing digitally, right? I figure there's got to be a way to like copy that. But let's go a little darker. I think that's enough for now. I'll go back and fix that stuff later. Okay. So the next thing, we'll go back to our foreground. I kind of want some vines. I want to hang some vines above. In front of Bulbasaur. So let's say we got like a vine coming down like this. And you know what? I can turn off. It might be easier to turn everything else off. Oh, thanks. I'm glad it's looking okay. Problem with so many layers is trying to remember which one's which. There we go. Now did I turn off my foreground layer? There we go. Okay. Oh. Let's go back. Skinnier. I want you skinnier. Nope. Too too fat. I'm really struggling with this. A more dramatic curve would help. Good, but too fat. Almost. Hey! Okay, that'll work. That'll work. Paint you that dark gray. Again, I get that awful green. I want to make you a little yellower and maybe a little brighter. There we go. And maybe another one over yonder. Ugh. Sweet. Okay, now let's take a look. Bulbasaur, Goomy, colors. Background. Yeah, let's say that's our background. So if the sun is coming down through the trees, maybe from behind the camera, let me think about how that would look. So let's say the sun is coming from somewhere over here and it's coming down like this. So the vines will project onto Bulbasaur, maybe onto Goomy. We can do like an evening sun. So why don't we give it kind of an orangey look? Maybe more red. Maybe more red. We'll try more red. And let's go into my shading layer, which is somewhere. Not enabled. Let's turn that opacity way down. Like 10%. Okay, so the first things first, let's do the vine. The vine might come across Bulbasaur's face like that. Oh, whoa. Oof. You know what? It might be easier to do it as a thick. And then just erase. And this vine might just hit back here. And probably none of Goomy. And then we can just erase. Like that. Get rid of that. And that. Then I want to come back and hit. Ugh. Like that. Nice. And then I can come in here and do some shading. First, Goomy, you're gonna be pretty much in shadow. That's in shadow. And all of that's in shadow. And then Bulbasaur. Well, let's see. You're probably gonna have a shadow like this. Or at least like this. And then maybe another one like this. And same thing underneath you. Like that. And all of this. Right here. Yeah, I do like that kind of the red coloring of the shadow. Oh. Oh, I got a thing. Okay, where else do I want to put some shadows on Bulbasaur? I guess I want something behind the ear. Like there. And some underneath the bulb. And maybe one of the bulb onto its back a little bit. And actually, I think I want to put some shadows on the vines. Ugh. Oh. That is truly awful. Come on, Cameron. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that feels a little better. Hey, that's not looking too bad, huh? Okay, I think I gotta head out, so that'll be... Oh, I want to do the toes before I forget. Because the toes, I need the shadows to help differentiate what actually is going on here. So the toe goes there, there, there. Okay, I'll work on the background on my own, but I guess I gotta head out, so that'll be it for today. If you joined me, thanks a lot, and I'll catch you all. Hopefully I can do this again next week sometime. See ya.